Sports Talk Show. Your host is here for the show tonight to interview our special guest. Show highlight the Alford Sports Talk Show. The Alford Sports Talk Show. Football, basketball, baseball, hockey, soccer, boxing, tennis, golf, and racing. The Alford Sports Talk Show. The Alford Sports Talk Show. Tune in for all the news and scores, reporting on the games and so much more. The Alford Sports Talk Show. The Alford Sports Talk Show. The Alford Sports Talk Show. The Alford Sports Talk Show.
Welcome everybody to another great episode of the Alford Sports Talk Show. I'm Alan. We are in for a special treat today because we're reporting live right here in Fresno, Texas. Reporting live, we're going to be discussing the PRO FTB, short for the Pro Football Event that is being held here at the PGA of Fresno golf course. We're going to give you some behind the scenes input on that. A lot more. You're in for a real treat. Feel free to join us at any one of our social media platforms. You can go ahead and chime in via live. It is going to be a fantastic ride. I'm going to give you some lot of cool things that have happened behind the scenes. It is going to be spectacular. And one thing that is always spectacular is one of our outstanding sponsors. Let me go ahead and thank them because they make things possible for you and I. You can go ahead and enjoy some beautiful, delicious, outstanding sauce. That is right, Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. So delicious and addicting, you may need a support group. Make sure you go ahead and support Chef G's by visiting him here in beautiful Tampa, Florida. I'm going to give you that information in just a moment. But the cool thing about Chef G's is that he is a veteran. He's a man who has served not just our USAA. He's a person who has served just the local community. See that? That's some tickets for Super Bowl 59. We have at the Pro FTB a couple of guys who have actually played for the Eagles and have Super Bowl rings from Super Bowl 59 right here in Fresno, Texas. Those two tickets were awarded to Chef G's because of his outstanding community work for Hurricanes Helene and Milton. That is the Glazer family. Glazer family is well known here in the Tampa community because they own not only just the Bucks, they own Publix and a lot of other great things. The Glazer Museum, it's a great place for you to take your kids. I've taken my kids when they were smaller several times. They awarded Chef G's those two tickets, not because he did it because of tickets, just because he did it to be a great citizen. Why not support somebody who does great things in the community, who has served our country? That is Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. So delicious and addicting, you may need a support group. So I'm going to go ahead and play the Chef G song in just a moment. Chef G's sauce. You can go ahead and take advantage. Get some delicious sauce with you. My bottles of glass. I'm traveling here to Texas. I didn't want to risk them getting broken, but if you watch our last show and the show before that, you'll see those bottles there. You can go ahead and get the Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce right there at 301 South 22nd Street, Tampa, Florida. If you can't come down to Tampa, it's quite all right. Feel free to visit them at flbbqsauce.com, flbbqsauce.com. I'm going to play the Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce song. All the songs that you hear tonight is by Sam School of Songs. I'm going to talk about him. He's the songwriter and creator for every single song. I'm going to talk more about him a bit later. Let's play the Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce song. Let's go.
Comes in four varieties. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce, a natural flavor. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce, Florida Gold Honey Mustard on burgers and ribs. Tasty fusion on pork and sausage. Classic taste for chicken steak tips. A hot heat wave on meatballs and ham. It's a cookout treat. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Serve on fish and vegetables. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce.
Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. So delicious and addicting. You may need a support group. Make sure you don't forget to visit Chef G's right there at 301 South 22nd Street, Tampa, Florida. If you can't come down to Tampa, it's quite all right. Visit them at flbbqsauce.com. Again, it's flbbqsauce.com. Definitely don't forget that great sauce. You won't regret it. Thank you so much for your support. We appreciate you. Thank you so much, Chef G's Florida Barbecue Sauce, for being an outstanding sponsor here on the Allen Alford Sports Talk Show. This event, man, it is spectacular. I covered the first event, the Pro Cup, which included pro athletes from baseball, football, hockey, and basketball. This event, now they've broken it up into different segments. This is the Pro FTB. It is just football players. Let me go over the lineup that is here. 48 men. So let me pull up this list here. And it is just fantastic. Denario Alexander, Derek Anderson, Jonathan Babineau, Jordan Babineau, Jerome Bettis, Hall of Famer there, David Bin, Tim Brown, my great guy, Coach Buckley, Bryce Butler, Mason Crosby, Hall of Famer Terrell Davis, Pat DeMarco, quarterback Josh Dobbs, Eric Ebron, Jake Elliott, Hall of Famer John Elway, Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney, outstanding running back Arian Foster, Kyle Fuller, Garrett Graham, Joe Hayden, Steve Hotchka, Johnny Harris, Garrett Hartley, Chris Harrington, Seth Joyner, Jermaine Kearse, Brett Kern, Mike Leash, Ryan Leaf, Braden Mann, Chris McAllister, Fred McCrary, Jason Myers, Patrick Peterson, Terrell Pryor, Patrick Ramsey. You know, you don't see him too often, but we have here Andre Reed, Andre Roberts, Matt Ryan, quarterback, Josh Scobie, Cordell Stewart, Ryan Suckup, Golden Tate, Hall of Famer Brian Urlacher, Kevin Walter, Brian Walters, Eric Warfield. So that is the lineup. Definitely shout out to Marshall Falk. He was actually on the original schedule, but unfortunately, due to an injury, he could not participate. And I'm not sure what happened to Eric Dickerson, but I know he was on the early roster. But definitely, this is outstanding. Great fans here. And this was a bit of a challenge because this is a PGA course. It's not an easy course. And then today, you had winds that were 30, 40, 50-mile-an-hour winds. It was a real gusty, windy day. And it did get better as the day got later. When I say later, it was pretty much when their rounds were wrapping up was when it got better. Good news is tomorrow's supposed to be in the 80s, not nearly as much wind. So the event is today. It started today. As far as it actually started on Wednesday, I should say, but Wednesday and Thursday were practice. Today, the competition actually officially starts. So shout out to the Pro Rivals, shout out to the Pro Cup for blessing us with this opportunity to cover this event. This is this second time I'm working with the Pro. It is outstanding, and I'm really honored to come out here and help them out and help give this media, because it's a real blessing to be in this opportunity to help them out. And they helping you guys out as well, because they're giving this platform for you to go ahead and have fun, go ahead and watch some of the pros. I saw, which I took some pictures of, Brian Urlacher and Matt Ryan signing autographs. This was pretty much right as soon as I got there. They were signing autographs, and that's outstanding. Hey, Matt Ryan and Brian Urlacher signing autographs, doing cool things. And I try to talk to the guys after the round, because I know they're competitive guys. They're doing their thing. And, I want to talk to them after the round, more so probably than before the round. But yes, I did want to give a shout out. There are quite a few interviews I did today. I'm going to post them up. There is going to be a wild card interview that I won't reveal that I did today, but definitely, and a wild card photo op that I did as well. Photo op with somebody that wasn't on the list here that showed up. There's actually been a few people, VIPs, that did show up at this event that weren't on any of the projected media, kind of lookout. So, but I did want to give definitely Garrett Graham, big major shout out. Mike Leash, Hall of Fame, Dwight Freeney, Hall of Famer Jerome Bettis. Yep, wanted to go ahead and definitely give Brett Kern, as well as Andre Roberts. And there is a wild card here that I won't mention just yet, but I did do another interview. It's going to be a little bit of a surprise for you guys, so I'll keep you guys guessing on that one. But this is awesome. It's great that you get a chance to kind of pick the brains of NFL players. One of the things that I kind of learned from this is you can never really be at peace if you're in the NFL, because young up-and-comers are on your tail, even if you're outstanding, because you could be one injury or a bad season, or maybe a bad season or two away from losing your gig, or at least losing part of your gig. Maybe you don't get as many reps. So just as difficult for you to make it to the Hall of Fame is just as difficult for you to stay in the NFL. That's a question I did ask some of the players. How difficult is it just for you to maintain what you have and just stay in the NFL? And that stigma, the NFL, not for long league, the not for long league. It's 3 years, 6 months. And that was the last time I researched it. It was 3 years, 6 months, the average tenure for most NFL players. That is the harsh reality of it. It is a competitive, highly competitive arena to be in. And not only that, even something like this is competitive. This is competitive. Like that wild card interview is going to blow your mind how somebody's already preparing. That's how these guys are. They have a competitive mindset. They're out there to compete, and that's what they do. This kind of gets their juices flowing again, because not for all of them. That's the difference too about this event versus the Pro Cup. Is the Pro Cup, since it was a combination of four events, four different sports: baseball, hockey, you had basketball and football. Most of the football players were, at the time of the year, most of them were former players. This event actually does have both current and former players. So that is very unique. I definitely want to talk to some of the players here that are from the Eagles that have gotten a ring, just to hear what, how it is to go ahead and get a ring and celebrate that. It's still fresh in their mind. It just happened. But yeah, so that's going to be really cool for me to do that, to go ahead and talk to some of the players. But yes, we did quite a few interviews today, 7. And let me see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, 7. So outstanding. And if you definitely want to come on down, you still have time. That's the great thing, is the event is tomorrow and Sunday. Tomorrow and Sunday. So you will see me. I'll be here both Saturday and Sunday. And also props to the Pro, because last time I covered the event, I was here pretty much early, like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. This event, I could not be here that early due to a schedule conflict, because I covered an event last night, and that was the baseball, bourbon, and cigars event in Tampa. Now, props to the Florida Sports Hall of Fame for allowing the Allen Alford Sports Talk Show to cover that event as well. That is where schedule conflict, and that was going to be my 4th year in a row going. So I could not, in good faith, not come out and support that event. And that's something that they expect me to be there. So I had a schedule conflict. It's not like I was negating one for the other. I just couldn't be there early like I was the last time. But you know what? They accommodated that, and I'm grateful for that. They have the next event in Chicago. I'll give you a heads up on that. In Chicago, it's going to be hockey and basketball. Hockey and basketball in Chicago, and in July. So you have a chance to go to that one as well. So it's first class. First class, the Pro Cup, the Pro Rivals, first class, and all that they do. Even some of the players even said it. So it's outstanding, and that's why I'm here in Fresno, Texas. I will be here till Monday morning. So yeah, that is that's really cool. Let me see here. Yeah, I tried to get with Matt Ryan, and Matt Ryan actually did have a couple of interviews for documentary. They are actually filming a documentary here on some of the players, getting their insight on them. So he actually had a lot on his plate as far as interviews. That's talking about Matt Ryan. So tomorrow's another day, which we'll be able to go ahead and give it another crack at it tomorrow. So no harm, no foul. But yes, I definitely wanted to go ahead and give you guys all the props because you make things possible. Thank you for all your support here of the Allen Alford Sports Talk Show. You make these opportunities, you know, make it within reach. So that is really something I appreciate you guys doing. I doesn't something it's not something I take for granted. So and one thing about it is since I am here in Texas, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know that you have an opportunity to go out here and get a beautiful home in Texas. And if you don't want to live in Texas, you want to live in another state, guess what? We have an option to help you there too. That's right. CTCME Mortgage can help you. His name is Kurt McCrae. Give him a call. Kurt McCrae can help you get a mortgage in all 50 states. He can also help you refinance your home. He can help you with your equity in your home. The man knows what he's doing. He can help you with anything that's property related in all 50 states. He's licensed. Give Kurt McCrae a call at CTCME Mortgage. The number is right there, 346 527 7564. Again, that number is 346 527 7564. You can also reach Kurt McCrae at ctcmemortgage.com. ctcmemortgage.com. Definitely thank you, CTCME Mortgage, for being another one of our outstanding sponsors here on the Allen Alford Sports Talk Show. I'm going to play another great Sam Scola song. It's a CTCME Mortgage song. Let's go.
CTCME Mortgage Company, they stand by their loyalty. CTCME Mortgage Company, you can trust their honesty. Make the call today. There's no extra. You pay on. You own a new home. CTCME Mortgage Company, they stand by their loyalty. CTCME Mortgage Company, you can be there. Let's go. We need to find the plan. Courage your hand. Jesus, we mortgage company. CTCME Mortgage Company. CTCME Mortgage Company.
CTCME Mortgage Company. Make sure you guys don't forget, go ahead and visit and give him a call today. Don't waste time. Give Kurt McCrae a call. Again, it's 346 527 7564. 346 527 7564. Give Kurt McCrae a call today. Leave in your dream home tomorrow. The website is ctcmemortgage.com. Again, it's ctcmemortgage.com. Check it out. Make sure you don't forget to give them a call. That is outstanding. Thank you so much, CTC, for being another one of our outstanding sponsors here on the Allen Alford Sports Talk Show. Yes, it is a great day tomorrow because it won't be as windy. It's going to be a great event. It is definitely something you don't want to miss out on. Let me just make sure that you guys know that, hey, you can't go wrong with my friend. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with definitely Kurt McCrae. He's going to help you. He's going to give you an opportunity. So you definitely are going to be living a great life by getting it. And yeah, so that's a nice thing about this event here, the Pro Cup. Definitely check out the website. That is going to be right there at, let me go ahead and pull this up. Pro FTB. A Pro FTB. That's the football. So if you guys love football, you love golf, this is where you need to be. That's right. Fresno, Texas. And, I definitely wanted to go ahead and give a few people some props. Definitely wanted to go ahead and give the Armature Works, the Real Beer, AF1 football some props. Reason being is because Arena Armature Works, they shared kind of like the video kickoff event for the season, and it kind of brought back memories of Hulk Hogan and things like that. It was really cool that they did that. Make sure you guys show up to an Arena football game. It is going to be fantastic. A lot of fun, a lot of excitement. Jeff Fisher did, the commissioner of AF1, Jeff Fisher, who had the honor of at the event, did release a statement stating that he is rumors been going around that he's trying to take a head coaching job back in the NFL. He had made a statement that is false. So he is in it to win it. So make sure you guys go out to the games. You know, the AF1 is an ever evolving type of league, and unfortunately, a lot of times, is even though it's a great product, great service, people are just like fascinated with the NFL that it's harder for alternate football leagues to get some of that revenue. It's just tough. It's like it's the NFL, as I told you guys before, it's like the NFL and everyone else, and you guys need support because there's no guarantees if you don't support. So don't come crying. The team's gone. If you need to go out to watch a game, you need to go out to at least post some things up. You didn't support by getting some merchandise. Every business needs to make some revenue. That's what you do. So props to AF1 football. And I'm going to switch gears a little bit real quick here and talk about the UFL news. It's now less than a week away from, well, actually, it's a week away from season start. Season will start on a Friday night game for the UFL. Make sure you guys go out to that game. I will kind of let you know a little secret. Unfortunately, will not be at the season opener for the UFL as it was last year. Unfortunately, I have a conflict. I'm here in Texas. If it was this weekend, I would have been able to make it. Actually, if it was a Friday night game, I would have been able to finagle things and hustle, and been there, maybe not real early, but I would have been able to be there by kickoff. It's like a day late. It's like a day early, dollar short type of thing. Next Friday, it's tough for me to leave, go to Texas, go back home, and come back out here in a week. I know that Rock and Danny Garcia got that private jet. I do what I can, but I don't have the private jet. Jet fuel is expensive. So, yes, me to leave and come back, I could do it. I did try to, just, I did try to get the credentials for the U this weekend, and I was going to try to go by the headquarters. Unfortunately, they didn't have the credentials ready, even though I did it approved. They didn't have it ready, so that was kind of a mute point me to go all the way over there, even though I am in Texas, and not get the credential I need to go to future games. So I will get the credential because I got proof for it, which won't be on the UFL season opener, which is a week from today. Another thing that happened in less than a week is next Thursday, Luis Perez book, The Spring King, is going to be released. Make sure you guys go out and support that as well. Hey, it is very noble and honorable to have someone like Luis Perez, who's a quarterback in the UFL, and he's willing to share not only his knowledge, but the trials and tribulations of his story. See, the thing is like this, I can interview Luis Perez all day and every night, but it's him who actually is who's living it. He's the one who's throwing the passes. He's the one who's waking up early, going to practice. He's the one who's got the pressure of performing. He's the one who has highs of winning a championship, but he's also the one that has the lows of what happened in training camp. Of all consensus, he outplayed his competition. It was a free for all as far as competition. Unfortunately, at the end of camp, they decided to go with someone else. But again, all consensus is that he outplayed his competitors. At the end of the day, it really moved the needle. The opinion that matters the most, the one that's making the decision, and the Chargers decided to go ahead and not put him on the roster. So those highs and lows, nobody knows more about that than Luis Perez. He's going to share his story. I'm very, very interested in reading this book because it's somebody that I've had an opportunity to interview quite a bit and ask quite a few questions, and a quarterback who's a winner. And those trials and tribulations, even from someone who's covered football, I can even see how difficult, tough, especially emotionally, it can be going out there, competing, and trying to make a spot, trying to get your name on a roster, trying to go to the next level, the NFL, on top of that, having a family, that is, a lot of pressure and a lot of highs and lows. I'm interested in hearing that story, highs and lows. And it's always great when somebody hears and reveres things that are going on, not just what you see on the camera. They let you know what's going on off camera, how things are really going on. And I appreciate him going forward and going out and writing this book. You guys need to support it because, hey, this is a great opportunity for you to learn more about how it is on the other side. A lot of times people don't understand that, hey, just this week, you had final roster cuts. You had final roster cuts. Not everybody who is in training, even for the UFL, gets to get a roster spot. It doesn't work out that way all the time. There's more guys that they have on the roster. They have more guys, I should say, in training camp than what ends up being on the full roster. That's just those in professional sports. They made final roster spots. Anthony Beck even put out, a statement thanking the guys that came down to training camp to compete, but unfortunately, ultimately, they had to make cuts, and that's some people don't understand that. But there's so many spots you can have on a NFL or UFL roster up until a certain date across the board. You have to make cuts, and this week had final cuts. Props to the men that made it to the NFL roster, and definitely to you because not everybody gets to get to an NFL roster or UFL roster. As a matter of fact, I UFL during training camp, I interviewed a player, which I will not mention her name. I interviewed a player that was very, very promising. Well, lo and behold, by the time training camp ended, they unfortunately did not survive the roster cuts. They got cut on the last roster, the final roster cut, and they did not make it on the UFL team. So that was kind of a hard pill to swallow, but that's what it happened. They first person didn't make the roster, and I won't mention their name, but that is part of sports. That is part of pro sports. Unfortunately, it is a really, really tough business. I worked in corporate America for over 30 years, and I thought it was tough doing that and just covering sports. And tell you, it's it's corporate America, but even more cutthroat. I will say it like that because even if you're, take example, you're in the NFL and you're a running back, even if you're productive running backs at the age of 30, it's no secret that the NFL usually tries to go in another direction. Not that they won't have a person at least 30, age of 30 on the NFL roster, but if you're 30 and you're a running back in the NFL, it must be terrible just looking over your shoulder every minute, or you, the coach wants to speak to you in the office. You're like, oh no, you know, it's got to be really, really nerve-wracking. But yeah, go out and get yourself the Spring King, support Luis Perez. I hope his book ends up being a bestseller. And coincidentally, the crazy thing about that is a couple of ironic things. I'm author too, so author, as you guys know, Say a Little Heart Out, kid book, Sweet Movie. If you got to get people to know you to go ahead and support you first and foremost when you go into the book. So make sure you guys support Luis Perez in his book and get some copy. I don't know what happened to me on the screen. Just give me one moment here. Oh, yes. Let me just see here. Just take a look here at the camera settings. Give me one moment. Just bear me one moment, guys. For some reason, give me one moment here. Yep. I don't know what happened. But I'm gonna try to get back on screen. I'm definitely gonna try to get back on the screen here. Just give me one moment. Again, this is on the road. I apologize for the technical difficulties, but I'm gonna get back on the screen here. I know that you don't see me here. Just get back and going. Give me one moment here. Yep. Should be back in business. There we go. There we go. Hey, come on back. I had sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I'm doing it on the road. What do you- yeah. So definitely support the Spring King, the UFL. Season's about to start. Final cuts are made. Make sure you guys go out, get those tickets. In fact, we got a special guest here that came in just at the right time. Let me go ahead and take this banner down and bring them right on through. Hey, how you doing?
All right, thanks.
All right, so it's awesome to see you.
Yeah. So UFL is
How's
what, a week
everything?
away, right? UFL is about a week away, right? Right?
Everything's good with you?
Yeah. UFL starts
Okay,
next
that's
week,
good to
correct?
hear. Yeah, so I apologize about last week. I apologize
Yeah, I was
about
wondering.
that, but I'm glad you're here. But
Yeah.
definitely, how's things been going with your show?
Oh, pretty good. We're still going strong. Now that the basketball tournaments in place, and NBA and NHL are beginning to wrap up the regular season. Baseball is, just a few days away from the official opening day. Yesterday, I called the official, unofficial start of the opening day.
Yeah, so you more excited about March Madness or the start of Major League Baseball?
March Madness. March Madness. I'm want to get into. You can't really get into. I mean, you can't really compare the two. Anyway. I mean, once upon a time, maybe before March Madness, took over. Spring training was, some forward because like winter's gone, and look forward to warmer thoughts and playing baseball. But now, uh, the NCAA tournament has had my attention now for the last 30 plus years.
So how do you think the Yankees going to do this year?
Well, with injuries piling up, uh, with Cole and of course Stanton, who's been injury prone since he started his career, it's a little shaky right now. I think they'll get the hang of it once we get into the first week of the season, but I think the first couple of days is gonna be kind of rough. Just as the Cubs would be by the Dodgers. Oh boy.
Yeah, that payroll, you're right. The Yankees used to be the big dog when it came to payroll. It seemed like the Dodgers got some real deep pockets and willing to spend it, but they
They
spending the
do.
money wisely.
Yeah, but that doesn't always guarantee you're going to win the World Series. I mean, that's the big myth that everybody has. Oh, the more money they make, the more World Championships you're going to have. No, that's not true. How much you make does not relate to how you do on the field.
I do agree, but I would say that the Dodgers are one of the teams that do have deep pockets, but they're making sound
Yeah.
investments. Meaning, like the pieces they add,
Yes.
they don't usually add too many poor pieces to the puzzle, and they now have experience. It's gonna be a tough team to beat.
Yeah, I mean, I'm already hearing predictions of, what's gonna happen. Like, oh, somebody saying, oh, 162 and 0. Yeah, I think we can rule that out. I mean, nobody is that good to go 162 and 0. 150 and 12, maybe, but not 162 and 0.
Yeah, I mean, people have been
Maybe
already
130, 140 wins. Yeah, at best. But 162 and 0, no.
until
I
I
mean,
see otherwise. They got the best player in the league, Shohei Ohtani, and I just
mhm,
think they're tough out. I think they're going to be
yeah,
actually just as good as they were last year, if not a little bit better, because now they have Major League Baseball postseason experience, and that goes a long way.
exactly. But I try and compare this team to like the 96, 97 Bulls, 72 and 10. I don't think they're going to be that good. I mean, yeah, they're going to do well. Yeah, they'll likely make the World Series, but I think we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves now. How they're going to be the unstoppable machine this year. I mean, because sooner or later, there is going to be a cog that's going to wear down.
No, I agree.
Thank you.
I
What?
just I don't know about Chicago good, but I know that their team is very very good, and
Like, the Cubs or the White Sox?
the Dodgers. I think the
It
Cubs
is
are
the
going to be
Cubs.
doing very good. I
Eh,
think the White Sox are very good, but I still think those teams are a good step behind the Dodgers.
at least one. Trying to go three
Yeah,
or four. I mean, you had the best team, and the White Sox were the most pathetic team in baseball history. and you can't do much worse. But to go from 40 and 120 to 120 and 40, no, I don't see it happening. I mean, they are a major work in progress. If they're lucky this year, maybe they'll make let's say 50 to 60 wins. If you're lucky.
Yeah, I agree. I think I think the Yankees actually regressing a bit. I don't think the Yankees are
Yeah.
good this season as they were even last year. I think they've regressed. What do you think?
With the injuries piling up, yeah, that could be a sign of it too. Last year's hero Stanton, he's already out. Cole's out. And well, I guess see what happens with what they call from the minors. But the Yankees look a little bit shaky. But you know what? They've been to that before. I mean, the Yankees, have been known to start out slow and then rise to the top, like within about late May, early June. So while this looks disturbing now, I don't think it's going to be a trend to worry about the whole season. I really don't.
Yeah, I think so too. I think you got a great point there, but
I've seen it before.
I just don't think the Yankees are as good this year. Remember they already lost Soto, and John Carlos Stanton is
True.
injured,
Yeah.
and just yeah.
Yeah.
But
But everybody's
hey, what do you think
everybody's
about the Rays? Do you think the Rays should rebuild the stadium, or you think they should fix it?
I say you try to look for somewhere else. I hear maybe Montreal might be calling you. It's time to disband from the Florida area. It's time for you to find someplace else to go. Go to
Yeah,
Montreal, go to South Carolina, go to Cucamonga, wherever.
yeah. I definitely do think it's time for the Rays to at least, unfortunately, the way it is now, to sell the
How
team.
about Vegas?
They haven't made a decision on that yet, but they did make a decision and did make a press release that they're not going to go for the new deal. So they're not going to get a new stadium. That's pretty much the deal is
That's a
dead.
shame, though, too. That's really a shame. I mean, you know, er- the Grapefruit League teams go to Florida and the Cactuses go to Arizona. And, I think it's the perfect spot. It's warm and everything, and you can really adapt to it. But yet, when it comes time for regular season in Florida, the crowds just aren't there. I mean, the Marlins are uh, dismantled franchise, and Tampa Bay has even been to the World Series. They're a joke.
Yeah, you're right. Not easy to
I mean,
make it to the World Series. Not easy to win a World Series. That's for sure.
no, but I mean, the fans didn't even show up for that.
Yeah,
I mean,
I just
you
think.
have more people going to the Tampa Bay Yucks. I mean, Bucks than the Rays.
Yeah, and I think unfortunately because this came to light,
And I like
and a lot of fans don't believe the current ownership has the faith in the team making money and revenue.
it. What were you doing?
I just think I just think it's probably a good time for him to sell a team because you have a
Yeah,
tough uphill battle to try to get attendance. If you thought attendance was bad back then, before this came in light, it's going to be a lot worse because now people are they they pretty much know that you're not really in it to win it, so to speak, because even with all the supplements that you're getting, you're still even with they're not really being as much of a risk for you, you're not willing to take that risk. So
you've got to
fans
though.
don't like that.
I mean, if you're not in it to win, then what are you doing?
Yeah, so they're just gonna fix up the trop,
Uh,
but it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna
really,
be interesting.
yeah,
Shout out
interesting
to
and
Wade
depressing at the
Boggs, by
same
the
time.
way, for coming out and beating cancer, him coming out to the event and
Yeah.
supporting it. It's always great to see you, Wade Boggs. Props to him.
Yes.
Props to him for a lot of different reasons. Props to him for beating cancer. Props to him
Hmm.
coming out, being very cheerful, really cool at this event, always outstanding. for the Baseball, Bourbon, and Cigars event. And props for him. He saw the post and he liked it too, which is a pleasant surprise.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. So when you put up things on social media, you never know who's watching. You never know who's going to see it. You can be pleasantly surprised. So,
that's the downside of it all.
speaking of that, you got something cooking for tomorrow. What do you got cooking?
Well, now that I survived last week's zombie apocalypse, I mean, now I'm back in full swing because there was talk of that last Thursday of the zombie. But we're definitely going to talk the college basketball playoffs that are going on right now in college, both men's and women's. I might cover a bit of the not important tournament. I mean, the not inviting tournament. I mean, the INT, maybe. Oh boy. Um, yeah, we'll discuss the first two games of the MLB season with the Cubs and the Dodgers. The Dodgers look like they're full speed ahead of last year, and the Cubs are still the Cubs. A lot of NFL moves as it's been a week since the new league year began, and there's already movers and shakers, and one including Aaron Rodgers. I'll explain that tomorrow because there's some rumors going around where he might end up, but it's not confirmed. So just keep your eye on that one. NBA. Yeah, we'll cover the Players Championship final for those of you interested in golf, as they call it the fifth major. I call it the sixth major, though, because the fifth major is actually the Memorial. Thank you. NFL, NBA. Obi Watch continues as he's now 7 away from breaking the record, so I'll be keeping an eye on that closely. Incidentally, the game is at 5 o'clock tomorrow during the second half of my show, so I'll be just streaming that along, of course. WWE and UFC news as well. Also, your thoughts and comments. This week in sports history, the ridiculous side of the week, and sports trivia. So remember, it's 512-543-4662 from 4 to 6 tomorrow, East Coast time. Don't forget, check us on YouTube. Go to YouTube and type in theenhancedsportshow.com. And don't forget to like and share the page as well. That can be a big help. I've got, because I'm getting more subscribers now. I don't know who they are, but whoever they are, thank you. So it's going pretty good. I'm sort of becoming a fan favorite.
That's awesome. Yes. So make sure you guys tune in to the Enhanced Sports Show. You can even type in YouTube, Enhanced Sports Show, from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Zone. That's his number 2. Lou, it's 512-543-4662. 512-543-4662. Lou at the Enhanced Sports Show will be ready for you tomorrow between 4 and 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Zone. Yes. I'll do my best to try to call in. I won't make any promises only because I am here in Fresno, Texas, covering the Pro FTB. FTB short for football.
What league is that?
Say again?
What league is that? I'm not familiar with that league.
Oh, that's a great question. This is a new golf tournament that I was able to cover towards the end of last year that just started. And they now have it where the Pro Cup had baseball, football, hockey, and basketball, 4 different leagues. Now they've broken it up into different segments. So this one is Pro FTB, which is just pro football. Nothing but football players are at this event, golfing and competing to see who wins. It's gonna be great.
I know it's something like that new golf league that Tiger came up with, but I guess that's nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I think this is actually more fun, and because it's outdoors, and today is a perfect example. It was gusty winds, 30, 40 mile an hour. It was really a very, very windy day. I was even saying the guys have their work cut out because it's a PGA course. It's already difficult as it is, and you throw in 30, 40 mile an hour winds.
This is why you should play golf until April.
Good luck with that one. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I think January is too early to start the new golf year, to be honest with you.
Do you play golf?
I do not play professional golf. I've done mini golf, but half the country is in the dead of winter. And the first PGA Tour event starts in January, with the second or third week. I mean, no, that's too early, man. How can you think of playing golf in spring training when everybody else is freezing to death at 15 degrees above zero. Sorry. Once we get into the Masters, yeah, then I start paying attention to it. And once you get past that, well, once basketball and hockey are over, yeah, then I turn my attention to baseball. Opening day is something different, but after that, like, nah, I'll wait till they come back because it doesn't mean anything, at this point, much.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting.
They always want how the league should try to cut their seasons. If you need to cut a season, you need to cut baseball, okay? Because 162 games from late March into early October or whatever it is, it's way too long. And then before the spring training is here, if anybody should cut the season, it should be baseball. It should be about 120 games or so. Because once football season starts, unless your team is in the playoffs, they don't care. They don't care, or at least go back to just doing what the way the postseason was in the beginning. Forget these 4 rounds, these extra wild cards, because that drags into November, and November is not baseball weather at all.
Yeah, that is a long season. But you know what? A old school guy like Wade Boggs, props of Wade Boggs,
Mm-hmm.
he would not change the 162 games. He's a purist.
Yeah, he's a purist. Well, when I was young, the World Series was over by October 15th. Thank you very much.
You know what? You're a World Series champion, Lou. You're the man.
He made it for a longer winter, but you get the idea. Because when the sun was going down early and everything, I was like, "Yeah, come on, baseball's over." I mean, why drag it over there?
I tremendously appreciate you. Always a pleasure.
Thanks. Yeah, it's nice to be back on.
No problem. Thank you for joining us. It's always a pleasure. And make sure you guys call in for Lou again tomorrow, 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Zone, 512 543 4662. 512 543 4 6 p.m. Eastern. Check Hand Sports Show 2 on YouTube as well. Make sure you check them out. I appreciate you, Lou.
Okay. Good night. Thanks.
Thank you so much. You're welcome. Have a great night. Thank you for calling in. Always a pleasure, Lou. 512 543 4662. 512 543 4662. Check them out tomorrow, 4 and 6 Eastern Standard Time Zone. That is awesome. Hey, in order for me to be where I'm at here in Fresno, Texas, covering the Pro Cup, the Pro FTB, I should say, the Pro FTB football, I had to travel. And if you need to travel, guess what? We can help you. Pushpin Adventures is who you need to go ahead and look out for. Pushpin Adventures specializes in destination weddings, group travel, international travel, domestic travel, any cruise travel, anything that your heart can muster up. Going to Alaska, going to the North Pole. Thank you, Pushpin Adventures, for being an outstanding sponsor here at the Alford Sports Talk Show. Make sure you go ahead and give Monique a call or text today, 626-838-1006, 626-838-1006. Really appreciate Pushpin Adventures for all that they do. And you can always visit Pushpin Adventures at pushpinadventures.com. I'm going to play another great Sam Scola song, the Pushpin Adventure song. Let's go.
Pushpin Adventures. Pushpin Adventures. Book a trip with Pushpin Adventures. Travel on a cruise with Pushpin Adventures. Take a vacation with Pushpin Adventures. adventures all around the world with Pushpin Adventures. Pushpin Adventures. Pushpin Adventures. Make a reservation with Pushpin Adventures. The best value deal with Pushpin Adventures. Plan a getaway with Pushpin Adventures. Escaping today with Pushpin Adventures. Pushpin Adventures. Pushpin Adventures. Pushpin Adventures.
Make that dream a reality today. Give Monique a call. Pushpin Adventures can help you with all of your travel needs. 626 838 1006. 626 838 1006. Make sure you give Monique a call. She's going to take fantastic care of you. After you book that trip of your destination of your choice, make sure you call us and let us know here at the Allen Alford Sports Talk Show how it went. We're excited to hear about it. Thank you so much, Pushpin Adventures, for being another one of our expansive sponsors here on the Allen Alford Sports Talk Show. Truly, truly appreciate you. Thank you so very much. So, yes, definitely Pushpin Adventures. Thank you. So, yes, and I did want to give, even make sure you guys, Wade Boggs, giving him a lot of props. Man beat cancer. He talked a lot about his experience and his ordeal. Definitely his health scare in that interview I did with him that posted up on social media, but also he talked about it in even more detail during the Baseball, Bourbon, and Cigars event. Definitely props to the Florida Sports Hall of Fame. Really tremendously appreciate you. Guys are fantastic. That's the Florida Sports Hall of Fame. So definitely also appreciate JC Newman. They do outstanding cigars. And that cigar, too, the Tampa Smoker, should be available in all Major League Baseball ballparks starting this season. Thank you so much, Florida Sports Hall of Fame. You guys are fantastic. So, yes, make sure you guys check out the ProRivalsOpen.com. The ProRivalsOpen.com. It's going to be one great thing for you to come out Friday. That's today's Friday. We have Saturday and Sunday. So check it out. It's going to be awesome. So, yes, I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. Before I do that, I want to thank our outstanding sponsor, Sam Scola Songs, and his wife, Mary, the man, the myth, the legend. There he is. That's Sam Scola Songs, who wrote all of the music you hear tonight, all of this music that you hear. Great thing about it is this can also be another opportunity for you because you can go ahead and listen to all these great songs on YouTube and Spotify. All Sam Scola songs available on YouTube and Spotify. That's a poster of him, the Sam Scola Songs poster. We tremendously appreciate Sam Scola Songs. Thank you to Sam Scola Songs and his beautiful wife, Mary. You guys are fantastic. So, yes, definitely that's what you need to watch out for right there. And having said that, that is his email, singalongwithsam@gmail.com. Singalongwithsam@gmail.com. Don't spam the man. give him an opportunity, a job, give him appreciate it. To where it should be. So thank you, Sam Scolasson. So I'm going to go ahead and play the Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce song. So delicious and addicting, you may need a support group. Thank you so much, Chef G's, for being another one of our outstanding sponsors here on the Allen Alfred Sports Show.
Comes in four varieties, Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce, a natural flavor. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce, Florida Gold Honey Mustard on burgers and ribs. Tasty fusion on pork and sausage. Classic taste for chicken steak tips. A hot heat wave on meatballs and ham. It's a cookout treat. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Serve on fish and vegetables. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce.
Thank you so much, Chef G's Florida Barbecue Sauce, for being another one of our outstanding sponsors here on the Allen Alfred Sports Tech Show. Definitely don't forget to visit Chef G's at 301 South 22nd Street, Tampa, Florida. Again, that's 301 South 22nd Street, Tampa, Florida. Can't come down to Tampa, it's quite all right. Visit Chef G's right there at FLBBQSauce.com, FLBBQSauce.com. Can't go wrong with that delicious sauce. Get yourself some today. So yes, that is delicious, delicious sauce. Great job, Chef G's. So yes, it is fantastic. So this is Alan from the Allen Alfred Sports Talk Show reporting live from the PRO FTB. I'm actually not at the FTB right this moment. I'm here in Fresno, Texas, where it's at. But I will be back on scene tomorrow. Thank you again for all the great likes, comments, cheers, and feedback. You guys are fantastic. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and play another Sam's Full of song. That's the end of the show song. Thank you so much for watching us here on the Allen Alfred Sports Talk Show. If you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to Allen Alfred on YouTube, and at Facebook it's at Allen Alfred Sports Talk Show. Instagram is Allen Alfred _ X is at Allen Alfred. Thank you so much for watching another great episode of the Allen Alfred Sports Talk Show, reporting here from Fresno, Texas, the PRO FB. Make sure you come on down this weekend. Definitely. Let's go. I want to make sure. Look out for you guys. You guys are wonderful. So without further ado, thank you. Have a great weekend. Be blessed. Be well. I will see you again. Take care of yourself. Thank you again for watching another great episode of the Allen Alfred Sports Talk Show. Let's go.
Hey. It's the end of the show. Let's thank all the fans before we go. It's the end of the show. The Allen Air Sports Talk Radio Show. Thanking our special guest. Thanking our sponsor. It's the end of the show. Tune in again for next week's show. It's the end of the show. Thanking our host before we go. It's the end of the show. It's the end of the show.